What's going on, YouTube, man? Swerveskii back with another reaction video, man. I hope y'all is doing well, man. We reacting to another Dr. Insanity video, man. Evil dad realizes cops found his disturbing secret, man. I ain't gonna lie, this video is wild. It's disturbing, man. But what we finna do is really react to it and goddamn like watch point out the red flags and the signs that people had missed. You know what I'm saying? Leading up to this shit. You know what I'm saying? So we damn not finna play cop. Damn not finna play detective on this bitch.
Or, I mean, night before or anything, any reason she would leave? No. Okay. This rumor going around, people telling us that she was afraid to come home.
This is the moment Andy McCauley realized.
Bro, red flag number one. Why the fuck is she afraid to come home, man? What did the parents or what did the father do to inflict? What did they inflict on this bitch? I mean, on their daughter. Hold on, I gotta cut that out. What did they do to their daughter for her not to want to come home, man?
Police were on his trail. Just hours earlier, called to come and investigate. At first glance, it looks just like a messy teenager's bedroom with nothing out of the ordinary. But as the officers scoured through the clutter, unsettling details began to emerge.
Debbie said she said the kids already gone through everything.
They would find items that a teenager might typically take if they were planning to run away. But as they begin to look even more, they start to notice blood. Blood was on her sheet, and more was found on her comforter. The cops were now certain that foul play had occurred, and something terrible happened to Riley. As they try to piece together the puzzle, police find themselves entangled in one man's web of deceptions and twisted lies, all crafted to conceal his one single disturbing secret.
This shit interesting, man.
On May 2018, dispatchers received a call from a
down.
concerned woman reporting the disappearance of her 15-year-old daughter, Riley Crossman. As officers arrive at the scene, they come into contact with the caller, Chantel Oakley, and her boyfriend, Andy McCauley.
Man, why is this nigga not wearing no motherfucking shoes? But we gonna ignore that, you know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen you in a long time. Any word? You might take a look in her bedroom? Has she ever disappeared before?
Just to leave without explanation. She does not text me when I text her. This is the only mirror we have like this, so I came in yesterday morning, and I don't remember that being there. And especially her glasses, because this is not exactly the way it was. I've been in here digging and looking to see if there was a note or anything like that.
According to Riley's mother, this was unlike her, and she wasn't one to run off without telling anyone. A quick search of her room revealed that her belongings were untouched, except her bed, which was covered in bloodstains. This was highly suspicious, so officers quickly took a sample and sent it off for DNA testing. But for now, officers need to gather as much information as possible from people who last saw Riley, so they decide to question Andy about his whereabouts that day.
She talked to you that farm around here last night, or night before or anything, any reason she would leave? No. Okay. This rumor going around, people telling us that she's afraid to come home. I don't know if it's maybe not people now, but that was nothing like that. Okay. So she wouldn't have to be her. I mean, they're right, anything like that. Yeah.
Man, I would have asked, goddamn. I feel like the real reaction would be like, why would my kids feel like that? Who said that? Why would they say that? What's the cause of this? We don't be doing shit to them, like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, nah, that's not it, man. And then just kept him. I don't know.
Never like that. He says
that nigga reaction seemed him off. I don't know.
Yeah, mom wasn't even home. Right. She's at work. No, you. They said that she got an argument with you and they didn't want to come home. No. She was you can ask your grandma. She was here doing dishes and everything. Her grandma was here till 7:30.
All right, he tried to throw it on this motherfucking wife. Then he started talking about, nah, nigga, yo motherfucking ass. She afraid to come home because of yo ass. He started talking about his motherfucking grandma doing dishes and shit. Man, hey. It seemed like, you know, it's a red flag right here, folks. Let's break this shit down.
Debbie? Right. Yeah. When's the last time you saw her? Like 9, maybe 10-ish. At night? Yeah. And what context was that? She was here at the house. She went to bed by, well, I don't know if she was in bed, but she was, both kids were in the room by like 9:30. Did she leave in the morning? No. I got 4 o'clock in the morning. That's 5. Okay, good work.
According to family and friends, Andy was never an early riser. In fact, when police interviewed one of his colleagues, Johnny, he stated that he had to go to his house and repeatedly call him to wake him up. But on this particular day, things were different.
I'll call him and see if he's up. So that morning, do you remember?
Man, red flag number motherfucking 2. Number 1, goddamn. Nigga, everybody in the house know your ass ain't no morning person. Why would you lie to the officer and say you a fucking morning person, right? Like the officer ain't finna interview everybody else in the house. And goddamn whoop the whop in. Hey man, is Swerveskii a morning person, man? No, bro, he woo, and he got his coworkers coming over to wake him up. He is not like, come on, gang, you ain't even thinking this shit through thoroughly. You know what I'm saying?
You called him or
come on, man.
Wednesday morning. I want to say he called.
But this was not the only strange thing about Andy that day. He also told police that he was at work all day, and when cops interviewed another one of his colleagues to verify his alibi, they found out that Andy had left work and was gone for nearly 5 hours.
Damn!
Back at roughly 2:45.
Nigga, that's damn more than half of the shift if you're working an 8-hour shit.
Because of this, detectives now know that Andy hasn't been completely honest with them so far, at least about staying at work the full day. This is very clearly a red flag and means that he's trying to hide something from them. But Andy might not be the only one hiding something, as officers would find out when they decide to look into Riley's boyfriend, Hayden. For the last 8 months, the two reportedly FaceTimed every night. So officers believed that if anyone was in contact with Riley the night before, it would be Hayden. And he was soon called in for an interview 2 days after Riley went missing.
Can you just...
Man, Hayden ass look like a school threat bro. If I saw Hayden at my workplace, I'll immediately play friends with his ass so he don't come in this bitch one day pissed off and whoop my wop, and he'll let me go because I'm his homie. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be nice to niggas like these, because they'll come this bitch for real.
Tell us when you were last FaceTime.
I was actually talking to her about the DC trip, what was going on.
And do you know exactly what time?
10:30ish.
On the night of Riley's disappearance, it just so happens that Hayden deleted all his messages with Riley because he did not want his mother seeing them. This is why detectives could tell that Hayden knows something, but because of his mother's defensiveness, he's unable to speak his mind.
I told him before not to delete his messages, but he isn't having deleting everything.
What do you know about her mom's
All right, hold on. That may be another motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Because why did you delete all y'all messages before she disappeared? You know what I'm saying? If you worry about your moms, I mean, that's a decent alibi and shit, but like, when you do that every day, so if I text you good morning and shit, by the time I text you good night and go to sleep, I'm gonna delete the whole day's worth of conversation, right? Of text messages and shit, right? So low key, I don't fucking know, man. Let's keep watching.
Or with their relationship.
I don't really know what's going on.
I feel like she doesn't have a responsible person. She'll just let her do whatever she wants. They had a dance, and she was wearing this short dress. She let her walk to the school by herself in this short dress. It's at night. Riley had way too much freedom.
Although this interview was not too fruitful, it pushed Hayden to come forward with a crucial piece of evidence afterwards. A series of disturbing text messages that Riley sent to him the night before she disappeared, saying that Andy was in her room and that she was scared. Immediately, all suspicion was further confirmed around Andy, and officers would later use this information to piece together this dark puzzle. But for now, finding out Andy's actual whereabouts and what really happened during the 5 hours that Riley was missing is crucial to the investigation, and the reason why Andy would be called in for questioning.
I just talked to Johnny, right? So, okay. I would be surprised if he told me something completely different. Maybe. You don't remember leaving that job site down to Red Hill? Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. We did go. I'm sorry. We did do it. Okay. We did go. It did a show. How long were you there at Red Hill? The rest of the day. Okay. The rest of the day. Okay. Were you at that house the entire time, fixing the shelves? No. Okay. Where were you at? I was at the other house. Okay. I went and got some drugs.
If Andy was off doing illegal drugs during those 5 missing hours,
they on the clock doing this shit, man?
He didn't initially tell the cops the truth about where he had been all day. But this also could just be his way of trying to distract the police by bringing their attention to something else. At this point, detectives know that Andy is desperate to give them an alternate alibi, and his drug story could possibly be true. So to cross-check, they would call in Johnny again. Johnny had a history of drug use, and the two would often do cocaine together, so he can easily substantiate or discredit Andy's account.
Would you say that there was enough to still do another line each? Oh, yeah. A couple lines each? Oh, yeah. Okay. So you wouldn't have to. You didn't need any more coke? No.
So now, Andy's story about going to get more drugs isn't adding up. His colleague had already told the cops that they had more than enough cocaine to get them through the rest of the day, so there would be no reason for them to go get more drugs. Realizing that Andy has been lying, the police decide it's time to confront him and get to the bottom of his deception.
What if I told you that I knew you weren't the best Snowco, and you didn't buy drugs off anybody that day? See what I'm getting at? We went from this story to this story, now I get a third story. This is one of these times you really need to think of what you're telling me. Okay, because you're not being honest. Remember what I told you about being honest?
Man, as soon as the motherfucker start acting like he didn't give a fuck his daughter wasn't coming home and he was deflecting that shit, nigga, guilty right there. You know what I'm saying? Because immediately, why y'all accusing? Why me? Why my baby don't want to come home because of me? What did I do? His grandma was doing the dishes and his mom, and bro, fuck that being them. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. We already know this nigga guilty, man. I just want to know what this motherfucker, what the girl is.
Okay, I got in the house. I told you to tell. I said, I got in the house.
So you go back home, you use your drugs, and then you go back to work, and then what?
Considering the discrepancies in each version of the story he tells officers, there is more than enough reason for officers to not trust Andy, like they would express.
Man, his face getting red and shit, man.
I'm being honest with you. I told you. You're being somewhat honest. I mean, we're doing some pulling to get some information about some drug activity, which I don't even give two shits about. But you don't have trouble pulling that out of you. Because I worry about what you're doing. Okay, and I told you I don't care about that. You told us about drug activity. What 2 nights ago? Did I arrest you for it?
The main reason for detectives pressuring Andy like this is because a record of his movements is crucial for this investigation. Usually law enforcement can just track a suspect's movements using their phone, but in Andy's case, he had supposedly left it at home the day that Riley went missing. Knowing that the more lenient
man, it's too many damn coincidences and all that type of shit. I don't believe in that shit, man. That shit, like, bro, come on, gang. Come on, gang. It's too good to be true, bro. Like, the messages deleted off the boyfriend phone. You forgot your phone, then she just magically forgot. You disappeared from work for 5 hours. You blamed it on doing drugs and shit. But the nigga you be doing bumping lines with, nigga said y'all was already loaded in, you know what I'm saying, on the whoops. Come on, man.
Show to Andy the bolder he would become in giving shady alibis. Detectives decide to ramp up the intensity of the conversation, even more to make Andy nervous and slip up about his real whereabouts.
The further along this is, whatever happens, and whoever did this, the worse off against that person too. Yes, so she was probably taken out of that house by somebody. Yeah, I feel something. She was taken out of that house because she'd be on your mom. She was taken from that house. What I'm saying, she didn't wander off. She didn't pack bags, take clothes, take glasses, take cell phone charger, take all her money. She invested her money. Someone's gonna go. Yeah. So like I said, if someone's gonna run away or do something, they're gonna make a little bit better effort. You for a 15-year-old. For a 15-year-old kid, they're gonna at least have the necessities.
Even after explicitly stating the absurdity of the situation, Andy seems as calm as ever and won't crack about where he really was. But even in this situation, detectives have one piece of evidence that would cause the pressure to mount on Andy: the texts that Hayden had showed them. Once confronted with these, Andy's behavior changes immediately.
What if I told you her last text to her boyfriend? We're saying don't talk because she still has to FaceTime one. Andy's in here. I'm afraid.
That's what it said.
Your ass is grass, nigga. Your ass is grass, nigga. Your ass is grass. Oh shit.
What if I told you that? Honestly, that's crazy. We're saying don't
Put
talk
him in the blender.
because she still has to make someone. Andy's in here.
Man, she told that nigga go on mute. If he was smart, screen record that shit, but of course he got the messages right there. Damn, nigga, stupid motherfucker.
That's what I said. What if I told you that? Honestly, that's crazy. I can't put my hand on the Bible and tell you I saw this text today. Well, obviously, because I knew probably it scared me. I know she was not with that. She said you were in here and she was in her bedroom because the FaceTime was still on. I was never in her room. That's not what she's saying. I don't know her room. And I'm not lying to you. I was not in the room.
He denying this shit to the court.
The kid's not scared of him. There's no reason for her to be scared.
Taking this shit to the grave.
Take care of it. What we're saying. Like, I get that. I hear what we're saying. That's what she's saying. Obviously to her, he's afraid of something.
The walls are closing in on Andy quickly, and he's no longer able to keep up with his lies. He can't think of any possible reason why Riley would be afraid of him, or any explanation for why she would have sent her boyfriend those texts.
Damn. What if they hear on the phone? Why won't they say nothing like that?
I'm telling you, I read that with my own eyes today. I don't know. So you see where that puts us. Yeah, I understand, but the kid's not scared of me. I don't understand how you guys can say that.
Despite the damning physical evidence, Andy continues to insist that there was no...
Man, look, this nigga talking about I don't go in her room and all this other bullshit. She not scared of me. I would have been in that bitch. What the fuck did he hear on the phone then? What happened on the phone then? I ain't did shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know this nigga caught. Nigga, you're caught. Your ass is grass, nigga. You're caught.
That Riley would have been afraid of him. Perhaps he thinks that if he denies this enough times, the cops will simply move on.
That's what she is saying. She's saying that's why we're saying that. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors when, you and Chantel are there, or Chantel and Riley are there, or we don't know. Okay? But obviously in her mind, would you agree? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all. So she has no reason to say that.
Mind y'all, I believe in profiling motherfuckers. This white motherfucker, face red than a motherfucker, ears red than a motherfucker, nose red than a motherfucker. You're guilty, nigga. Stop playing with me.
At this point, the cops have given Andy an opportunity to come up with any sort of explanation at all, or even a lie. This would have been his chance to point towards something that may have happened in the past, even as simple as a disagreement between the two of them, as a possible reason Riley would have written these things. But Andy is not taking the bait.
She didn't for you? Does she hate you? No. She hates you. That's what I'm asking. I don't know that. Does she argue with you? No, ever. We have never cussed at you. Curse you out. Nothing. Never. Nothing. You have nothing. Okay, so it sounds like to me she does love you so hardly. Yes. Okay, so why would she say that? I don't know. We have not had one conflict. Okay. Me and the boy, yeah. We have. Yeah, but there's never been anything like say a year and a half or the last several weeks, several months, several days, nothing that's you're like, oh yeah, I love it one time she wanted this, that's over there. Maybe she doesn't have it. She's nothing.
With all else failing, Andy would attempt to try and convince the cops that he shares the same sentiments as them.
But you see where that puts us right now. I understand you guys are. I'm mad at you guys for your job. I mean, that's the last message he has from her. I'm mad at you guys for your job. You do a job, but there's nothing I can think of. He wants to do her job. That's what we're doing. I'm asking you job. I'm not mad. You guys going on. Guys, I think he's a little pissed off.
Y'all see how he talking too, like he and you know, and he been talking like that, stuttering and all that stupid ass shit since the beginning, man. Lock this motherfucking nigga ass up, man.
I can think of. She'd be mad at me for, or she'd be...
But there is one piece of evidence that is about to change the course of this entire investigation. It was around this time that the lab results on that blood sample would finally return, and it would be an exact match to Andy's DNA. But that's not all. They also learned that the blood they tested was also mixed with saliva. This made the cops suspect that Riley's face may have been forced into the pillow in an attempt to keep her from screaming. This is an important development, but they still haven't located Riley, and they need to find more information about where Andy was during those 5 missing hours. Luckily, though, all of that can be answered in the CCTV footage that captured all of Andy's movements. There were cameras attached to a nearby high school that captured Andy McCauley leaving his worksite. That was the starting point of the investigation for the cops.
Man, it is 2025 finna be 2026, man. If you out here doing crimes or illegal shit, whether you masked up, whether you got a silicone mask on or not, you're fucked. If they want you, they finna get your ass. There's cameras everywhere, Joe. Like, for real, they'll track your ass from the crime scene all the way home and some more shit, man. Like, man.
Ops. They knew the direction of his travel, including the facts that he was on Route 9. An eyewitness who knew what Andy's vehicle looked like was able to confirm that she saw his truck backed up into the driveway of Riley's home in the middle of the day when he should have been at work. At this point, the cops believe that Andy killed Riley during the late night or early morning hours, likely to keep her from screaming while he assaulted her. They believe he then hid her body in the bedroom until everyone left, and then later returned to the house when it was empty to pick up her body and dispose of it.
That shit
CCTV
is
footage to
sick.
guide them, and with the help of police canines trained to pick up Riley's scent.
Imagine motherfuckers getting ready for work and getting ready for school and shit. You think motherfuckers just in the bed sleep? That motherfucker dead, gang. Man, hell no.
They search a nearby mountainous area. It is there that they tragically find Riley's decomposing body left in a secluded area. While this is the outcome that nobody wanted, it marks the turning point in the case. Near where Riley's body is found, there are several unique-looking screws discovered. These are the same screws that were located when the cops had searched Andy's vehicle the day previously. This is even further evidence that solidified the case against him, and 8 days after the discovery of Riley's body, Andy is arrested and charged with her murder. He pleaded not guilty. In the trial, Andy's defense argued that the prosecution failed to provide a clear motive or definitive cause of death, as the exact cause could not be determined due to the body's decomposition. Despite this, the jury found significant evidence linking McCauley to the crime, such as the presence of drywall mud on Crossman's body, which matched the drywall found in McCauley's truck, and inconsistencies in McCauley's statements about his whereabouts on the day of Crossman's disappearance. The jury deliberated for about 4 hours over the course of 2 days and decided that the monster who murdered Riley was none other than Andy McCauley.
The members of the pettit jury, as to the issues joined, find the defendant, Andrew J. McCauley Jr., as follows. Count 1, murder. Guilty of murder in the first degree.
Finally, justice for Riley had been served. The only thing left was for Andy to be sentenced. The judge presiding over the case sealed his fate by giving him 2 life sentences. He will never see the light of day as a free man ever again.
Man, I feel like this was an easy one for the cops, man, from the first time when they first got the call. and they pulled up and the motherfucker ain't react right. Like, they saying your daughter, old girl can't come home because of you. You sitting there talking about her mama and her grandmother. You not, well, what did I do? What she saying I doing? You know what I'm saying? From the FaceTime calls to how he's stuttering when he talking to how his story ain't lined up 3 times. The signs and the red flags was there, man. But yeah, man, Swerveskii out, man. I'll see y'all next reaction video, man.